Hello guys, my name is Ella and I work with Crabtree and Evelyn a lot, so I'm very excited to be helping launch their YouTube channel and starting the series off with In the Bathroom with Ella. And I have some fun questions to answer from you guys that I put on my Instagram, and Crabtree and Evelyn also put on theirs, and that you guys were curious to know more about me. And I'm going to be doing my morning skincare routine while I'm answering them. I am going to first tie my hair up and wash my face. Okay, let's start off with a question. Okay, so what is your favorite face mask? I'm not sure if this person means a skincare face mask or COVID face mask, so I think I'll share both. When it comes to face masks, I don't love sheet masks. I love like moisturizing ones, so the overnight ones are always my favorite, and my favorite from Crabtree and Evelyn is the Sleepy Dreams or Sweet Dreams overnight mask. That one is so good and just like really moisturizes my skin. I have dry skin, so I'm always looking for something super moisturizing. And then, but I will say, whenever I get masks that are an overnight mask, I usually just leave them on for like 20 or 30 minutes and then I wash them off before actually going to sleep with them, because I hate when it gets all over my pillows. So that's just something I do. Or I just really rub it in before like going to sleep so it's not getting everywhere. Favorite COVID face mask is this one I just designed with Reuse Masks LA, and it's also going to be coming in blue. So if you want to follow me on Instagram at Ella Rose, I will be letting you guys know when these drop. All right, I'm going to start by washing my face with the soft touch face foam. I love this little artwork, it's so cute. So this one you just literally, I like the packaging on this because you just unscrew it a little bit and then you push it out and then rescrew it. But I like to wet my face first, so going down. Okay, let's do a little bit of face wash. And this is the, I think I said it, the soft touch face foam. So it's like soothing rose water and hydrating coconut water. It's super soft on the skin. I have really sensitive skin, so I always just go for like a clean, simple face wash. Okay, I think I should answer a question while I have my face wash on. Next on the list is, what is a day on your plate like? Definitely bowls a lot, like grain bowls. We eat like a lot of like simple like toast. In the morning, like I have the cauliflower thin toast or like some sort of toast. And then pasta. I love pasta so much. If we go out to eat, I am always trying to get sushi. I love sushi so much. If I'm not at sushi, I usually go to a place that has like a bowl. I'm a big bowl girl, grain bowl girl. Okay, let's watch this haul. Okay. What's our next question? Do you do the same extensive routine in the morning that you do at night? I would say I use different like products in the morning and night, but it's not like one's not more extensive than the other. I always wash my face both morning and night. Always use some sort of like serum and oil, and then like a moisturizing cream. And like, if I guess the only thing that'd be longer would be like a face mask, which like I kind of do those just like evening, not like even like night when I'm going to bed. So I don't think I have like a very extensive nighttime routine, so no, because I kind of do the same thing, just using different products depending like day and night. But a lot of these products work for both, and I honestly just do whatever I'm feeling. Like I see it on the shelf and I grab it, like what caught my eye first. Probably not the best way to do it, but that's how I do it. How did you build your following and community while in college? I get this question a lot about like my Instagram. I went to CU Boulder, and when I got to school, I remember like my freshman year I hit 10,000 followers on Instagram, and that was like when I like, it just like happened. I feel like it fell into my lap, and I was like, okay, let's run with this. And I just started posting as much as I could. You know, whenever I was like traveling or going home for the weekend, I would try and take a bunch of photos and just like keep posting. And I feel like going to a school allowed me to grow more, because I was meeting all these different people from like all these different places, which before I really just knew people in California and like my hometown, Orange County. So that allowed me to just like expand with like a wider audience, and like then like I would meet, like they'd follow me and maybe friends of them would follow me, and I feel like that helped me to grow like a bigger following, a bigger audience, and a bigger community. But I think also just like living in different places has helped me. Like since I've gotten back to New York, I've gotten a good amount of followers, and I think like just being in a new place is always like super helpful, at least what I've seen with my Instagram and growing. Okay, my face is fully dry. This is my favorite. This is always my favorite step in a skincare routine. This one is the Evelyn Rose Refresh Floral Face Mist. I'm the biggest fan of face mist. It is also with this like pretty collection. Their packaging is the best. Whenever I get out of the shower or just wash my face, spraying it with a mist is always my first thing, just because I feel like my face is like crinkled up and like needs a little bit more moisture once I've dried it off with a towel. And I always just do this before like going into a skincare routine, and then I do it at the end, which you'll see as like a set. Next question. What I need to know before I move to NYC? If you're already planning on moving, that's a great start. Like you already have it booked. I think I get a lot of questions like, should I move to New York City? And yes, I think every young person should live in like a big city. You learn so much about yourself, you learn so much about the world and like how to interact with other people. It's a doggy dog world out there. I think what I need to know is a hard question, but what you should keep in mind before moving to New York is a lot better. I think you need to be open to change. You need to be open to new experiences. You need to be open to learning a lot. I didn't know anything when I moved to New York, but you learn very, very quickly. You need to know that you need to not take everything very personally. There's going to be people who are rude to you on the street. There's going to be people who are nice to you. It's New York. Everyone is on their own schedule. Everyone is just as busy as you are, and everyone is like on their way to something. Okay, going in with a toner. And I think I had a question on the toner, but you guys, if you follow me, you know how much I love this toner, because a lot of toners I use are just like very sticky, and this one isn't, which I love, because like I can put it on my face, and then usually sometimes if I go like that after some toners I've used in the past, it would just be like sticky, and I hated how it felt on my skin all day. I think I had a question about when do you apply toner? Okay, that's one of my questions. I apply it after I wash my face, like as the first thing, and I just did the mist, but I apply it on one of these little cotton pads, and I just go like this and kind of let it soak in. Toners are very good for your skin because they restore the pH level of your skin, which allows it to like onboard every other product that you're gonna put on your face after the toner. So some, like I've heard, I'm not the skin expert, but what I know is that if you were to just like apply all these products that I'm going to after this, they wouldn't have an effect on your skin because you didn't put on a toner first and get it to the level where like it needs to be to absorb everything else you put on. And I really just feel like it cleans out my face. Like sometimes I'll look at the little pad after and it'll be so dirty. Especially living in New York, like my skin, I feel like just gets dirty from being in the polluted air. And a toner really feels like it cleans it out. How long have I lived in New York? I moved to New York in March of 2019. So I lived there for a full year in that apartment that I moved in. And then March of 2020, 2020, I moved in with Jake, and we moved in March 1st and left on the 14th because of the coronavirus. We flew to California for 2 months, then we drove out to Colorado with his family for another 2 months, and we got back to New York on July 18th. So we really haven't lived in our apartment for that long, but I've been in New York for like 2.5 years, and I love it. I'm not ready to leave. I've had a lot of friends who are like leaving New York because of everything going on and just don't see your need to be there, but I am really enjoying it, and I'm so happy to be back. And I think I am currently living in New York in a way that it has never been, and it is cool to be in right now with all the outside dining and no one, you know, going in a rush to work every day because everyone's working from home. So I am really enjoying the new New York right now and being back. I love the city and the energy, and I feel like it is perfect for where I'm at in my age and career. Okay, tips on living in New York. Like I was saying before all of this, like I feel like I didn't make enough time for myself, and like I was just like so used to, you know, the like chillness of living in California, and then I came to New York and I feel like I was always just on the run, going like a crazy person, really stressed out, and I didn't make enough time for myself. And like I feel like having a routine that, you know, brings you back to yourself and like grounds you, and you know, it's like a self-love, whether it's a skincare routine or a workout routine, or you know, going to get flowers for your apartment, something along the lines of that. Like you need to have that to like bring you back and like calm you down. My skin feels so clean right now. I'm gonna go in with my favorites. So I guess one of the questions I saw was #1 product you can't live without, and I'm going to say the oil, because I just love oils so much. Like no matter what, like it feels like it really moisturizes my skin, and I'll always do my skincare routine and then like put on an oil before makeup because I feel like it blends my makeup so well. So that's why I pick an oil, because this one is my favorite, the Gardeners Mixed Berry Booster. So I love an oil because it just really feels like it moisturizes my skin, and I like to mix it with a cream, which I'm going to show you guys how I do it. But I was saying, I always do my skincare routine, and then I feel like I don't put on makeup until like the afternoon, or like till I'm about to leave somewhere, and then I put on the oil again and my like foundation or like concealer, and it blends so much better with an oil. So I'm going to do that. This one's my favorite. It's the Mixed Berry Oil Booster. And then I'm going to mix it. I'm such a person who mixes with skincare, like serums or whatever. I always do that. But I'm going to do the Fruit Smoothie Face Cream. Is this. And I'm really just showing you guys what a morning routine would look like for me, because I'm going to put on a little bit of makeup today and have fun. So I'm going to do a little bit of this in the oil. Usually just stick one finger in and put it on my palm. Then I take the oil while it's in my hand and do 3 drops. Combine them. Always rub the leftovers on my arms. And my face just looks very glowy right now. And because I am struggling a little bit with my skin right now, just like here from the maskne and like here, I've just been breaking out, and whenever I start breaking out a little bit, I add a retinol to my skincare routine, and I usually use it once a week, but when I start to break out, I use it, you know, a little bit more, maybe like every other night. I feel like it just helps my skin clean out, so I'm just going to do a tiny bit, like this, dime size. Rub it together. I'm going to now do a little lip treatment. I use this Sweet Nectar lip mask from Crabtree and Evelyn. I always just put it on my finger first and then rub it into my lips. I love how shiny this one is. I get really chapped lips, so I always am just using I never really wear lipstick. I'm just like a person who always is doing like a lip mask or chapstick. I try to even avoid lip gloss because I feel like it's not doing anything to help my lips. Eye cream, going to do that too. I always just do like a gel eye cream in the day. How do you edit your photos? I'm gonna just show you guys. I'm gonna just do a photo right now and show you guys how I edit. If I were to do a selfie in this light. Okay, just took a selfie. I'll show you guys it. You guys are technically in the photo. So I go on to VSCO and you just add your photo into it. I'm going to add the selfie I just took. And now it is in here and I click it and edit it. And I'm not someone who really uses like filters very much. So on VSCO I usually just go to like one of the C's, click one, and I turn it all the way down to like 1 or 1.5. So I'll do 1.5, and I feel like this just gives it like a little bit of a temperature boost. So I do that, and then I go in, this is where I actually edit, is I go into the like exposure, adjust, saturation, tone, and do all of that. And the exposure is honestly great in this one, so I'm going to keep it. I'm going to straighten it out a little because we're a little crooked, and maybe bring down the top a little bit and the side, just so it makes it all a little more centered. Then I'm going to go into saturation and bring it up 2, so I feel like that looks good. Then I'm going to go into tone and turn the highlights up to 0.8. It's very minimal what I'm doing here, guys, but it makes a difference in my opinion. And then I'm going to go to sometimes I do split tone and I click shadows tint and I click the yellow just to brighten it up a bit, and I turn it down to 0.5. So I don't know if you guys can see, like it just like brightens it all a little bit. Then I just save and I post to the gram. So that's how I edit my photos. I'm going to put this on my Instagram so people can literally just follow along what I just said, because I get that question so much. But that's how I do it. Favorite sneakers at the moment. Let me get them. These are my favorite sneakers at the moment. They're from Rowing Blazers and they're a collaboration with Sperry, and I just think they're so fun and cute. Like they would go so well with this outfit right now. What do you do on the nights that you have zero motivation to wash your face? I feel like when I come home and do not feel like washing my face, if it's like, I'll say 1 out of 10 times I won't, and I'll go to sleep with my makeup on, but that is rare. I always get myself to wash my face, and if that's all I can do, then that's all I do. I will wash my face and maybe do one of these and get in bed, rather than going in with like all of my other products. I will just do that and go to sleep. So I definitely am not like a die-hard, like I can't not go to sleep without doing my skincare routine. Like I'm fine if I like just do that. I'm like, okay, at least I wash my face, you know? So I feel you if you get zero motivation sometimes, because so do I. How did you meet your boyfriend? Jake and I went to school together. He's on a run right now. He should be back any second. But we went to school together at CU Boulder. I think I said I went there. And we actually like met once at school. He's like 4 years older than me. So we weren't like in the same friend group or anything. And then I come to New York City with my family. He was living out here. When I came out here for Thanksgiving with my dad and sister, he had reached out and asked me if I wanted to get drinks, and I was like, sure, let's do it. So I went and had drinks with him. We had a great night. The next night we went on a date, and my dad was like, come on, you're bailing on our whole trip. And I went on a date with him. Then I flew back to school. I had like 2 weeks left before I was graduating, and my plan was to move to New York. So when I ended up moving to New York like a month later, we were dating. So that's our story. What is your biggest pet peeve? I hate rude people. Like I hate when people are rude to waiters or waitresses. That like really drives me crazy, and I just like can't understand when someone is like rude to a service industry person. It just drives me crazy. Best Orange County restaurant. There's a few. Javier's is like the best Mexican ever. So good. Love that so much. It's hard because there's not great Mexican in New York, in my opinion. If you are looking for good Mexican, I like La Contenta in Lower East Side, and I think there's one in West Village too in New York. But Javier's in Newport is awesome, and I also just like everything on Lido. Like there's like a Zinc, there's a Nobu, there's a Malibu Farm. Those are all like great, and it's just such a pretty area to eat. Is blogging your full-time job? Yes. As of now, it is. Before COVID, I was working a full-time high-end luxury fashion job in the corporate area and financial district of New York. And right before everything happened with coronavirus, I was like, I'm going to do blogging full-time. So ever since like March of 2020, I've been blogging full-time. Instagram, I started YouTube. You guys can follow my channel. It is Ella McFadden. I post some things on there with Jake. We do a lot of vlogs. I'm going to do an apartment tour soon, so definitely check it out. And I also am working on some of my own creative projects, like I'm doing a food blog of New York City. I'm doing a small, not skincare line, but I'm making a blush cream. So that is my favorite like makeup thing to do, just a blush cream. So it's called Skin by Ella, if you guys want to check that out as well. But yes, this is my full-time job. And I want to say thank you guys so much for watching my segment of In the Bathroom with Ella. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I answered some of your questions that you left on my Instagram. And definitely subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments and like the video.